Shalom. All praise goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors goes to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Much love and peace and blessings goes out to all you hopeful elect brothers that are teaching the word of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai in truth and in sincerity, as well as you hopeful elect listeners out there. So I'm the brother Amon Ibad from the Great Millstone, Kansas City. And Lord's will, the Spirit speak through me to edify you listeners out there. So this is going to be a Mark of the Beast update in which kind of giving this new decree, detailing this new decree from Amazon.com, right? Basically, well, not Amazon.com necessarily, but the company known as Amazon. And Amazon employs hundreds of millions of people, if not the hundreds, then to the tens of millions of people, right? Because many people work in their processing factories where they ship out their different materials to people who buy from their website, right? So given that information, what these devils are trying to do, because what you got to understand about these top companies, Fortune 500, so be it Amazon, Facebook, Walmart, the people that are owners of this company, 9 times out of 10, they're Edomites. And then secondly, they're in league with the Edomite elite bankers who pretty much fund their operations to be able to put, their business ideas into play. But one thing they got to do is play by the rules of their funders, right? Just like this guy, Jeff Bezos. Because a couple of years ago, he was acclaimed as the richest man in the world. Well, one of the richest, worth damn near $1 trillion, if not $1 trillion. This guy is a small fry compared to the elites, because the elites own entire countries and continents and mines and land and all that shit. The very source from where these different moguls get their resources from to be able to manufacture and send off certain of their goods, right? So basically what Amazon is doing now at the behest of their funders is issuing in, forced biometric I guess you could say recordings, or basically your biometrics, if you're a driver for that company, being input into a certain database just to be able to work there. See what I'm saying? But this is all by in the process of where things are going in the future, because this is just a control system. You give this up in exchange for, be it, when I say this, I mean your personal information, your rights, what you can do and what you can't do in exchange for what? Money at the end of the day, because you work for the want of money so you can buy what you want. So this is a way for the elites to control the people, right? Because biometrics, what does that entail? Them having information on your basically your entire biological imprint, to be able to put you in a database where they can at the blink of a hand, or at the blink of an eye, or a couple of swipes on a keyboard, pull up all your information, know your background, know your history, know places you've been recently, all these type of things. And therein can determine your value, whether you're get to this position or that position. But here specifically is working for Amazon. But I'm saying this because it's going to expand into many other things. All you got to do is look up how China is issuing their social credit scores based upon if people dissent from the government, or if they have unpopular beliefs. They could get a low social credit score, and that can bar them from being in certain clubs, being in certain getting on public transportation, and many, many more things, right? Because this devil, man, he has no intentions of freeing you. He knows that he knows he's a king. He knows that he rules behind closed doors, but he puts these things about his rulership, or he issue forth his edicts in a deceitful manner, meaning that he doesn't rule over the people directly. He does this shit indirectly and tells you that it's for your benefit, which is a fucking lie, because for whose benefit is it really? You can work in this world perfectly fine at this frame of time without giving your fucking scan or all this information. So all you're doing is keeping a job. What they're getting the benefit is your fucking data. You see what I'm saying? So they're the ones benefiting. And that's what they want to do across the board. And it's ultimately going to lead up to the culmination of them putting a microchip in you, right? To be able to buy and sell. So they can link that chip to the internet, so they can pull up a database and see everything you purchase, right? Because a credit card could easily fall into with your name on it, could easily fall into the next person's hands, and then tell your bank or whoever wants to look at your records that you bought this and bought this, or sold this and sold that, when really it's someone on someone else's tab. With the chip, that's no more, and that's what they're leading to. But they're doing it gradually and subtly, but it's still, if you look at the pace of things, it's picking up. It's going faster and faster. So right, so by the very next few months, they could have full blown talks about, huge companies like Amazon, like Walmart, like McDonald's, that employ all these hundreds of millions of people, to say, well, look, you have to take this chip. And they already doing that in small companies. Back in 2017, there was a small company called 6 Squared in Wisconsin, which gave their employees the option to get an RFID implant. And I don't believe it's enforced there, but that's what it's going to be, man. Because here they're talking about biometric consent to keep the job. That's forced. That's not optional. It says Amazon is reportedly telling delivery drivers they must give biometric consent so the company can track them as a condition of the job. So you see, the thing about it is this. You would think that only governments have this type of power. Well, America is a capitalistic country. So whoever is making that money for this so-called government, that's really who rules over you. Jeff Bezos doesn't pay taxes. He doesn't play ball with American politics. He doesn't give a shit about the politics of America. He gives a damn about the bottom line, which is money and control, and milking the resources out of everyone that out of the human element. That's all these people are about. It says Amazon is telling its delivery drivers to sign a consent form that allows the company to track them based on biometric data as a condition of delivering Amazon packages. Motherboard's Lauren Gurley reported on Tuesday. Thousands of drivers across the U.S. must sign the biometric consent paperwork this week, and if they don't, they'll lose their jobs, according to Motherboard. The form, which was viewed by the outlet, so you see how this devil plays it? You know what? If you don't play ball with me, you're out of a job. And this is the type of scenario which is going to be common as we move forward to the time of the mark of the beast. Because when the mark of the beast is made mandatory by all these governments, by all these companies, everyone is going to have the choice. Look, job or chip. And most people are going to fold, man, because they want their job. They're carnal. They don't really think about Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. See, because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is our defense. He is the one that provides. So you go to work and for what? So you can make money, provide for yourself, or provide for your family if you have one. So you can clothe yourself, have a roof over your head, and have food in your stomach. Very basic, right? But you got to understand, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, he's going to be who we rely upon. He always has been. We understand that, all these jobs and shit that we may have, That was given to us by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai any damn way. So when these devils come issuing edicts where we have to go against our very power, we got to refuse that. You know what I'm saying? It said the form which was viewed by the outlet was published in the report. States that Amazon will be allowed to use onboard safety camera technology, which collects your photograph for the purposes of confirming your identity and connecting you to your driver account. The system would then collect, store, and use biometric information from such photographs. So basically, it's the same exact thing what they do for Uber. Because if you're an Uber driver, so at certain times, if you're, because I'm an Uber driver personally, and and when you actually sign up for that app, they get certain biometric information from a photo scan or a picture of yourself, and then basically when you sign in to drive, they have to get a scan of your face so you can start your work. You see what I'm saying? But all this stuff, when you look at it all in all, it's just a control system for this devil. It's just for him for he can better manage his slaves. You see what I'm saying? So let's go to a few scriptures. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor. Who is he? The beast system, which is the Edomites, which are you so-called white people, your governing structure, your governments, the NATO, EU, America, United States, you know what I'm saying? It says, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And what's the mark? Is the mark of the beast. Because you go into that word mark in Greek, is charagma, which basically means an imprinted stamp. And that stamp is going to be inserted into your right hand or your forehead. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you're not going to be able to buy and sell. Just like, if you want to parallel these two different scenarios, Amazon, you can't have a job unless you get biometric information. Soon, future prophecy, you can't buy or sell unless you have this RFID chip. So to show you, the Lord just manifesting the spirit of these devils to show you what these devils are about to do. You got to look at it spiritually. You know what I'm saying? When you look at each component, X and Y, of how these devils are operating, it shows you to where the RFID chip prophecy is not far-fetched. It's here. It's a reality. It just has yet to manifest. Okay? Because this man's the devil. Okay? He's going to do it. This is Luke chapter 12 and verse 7. It says, but even the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear not, therefore, you're of more value than many sparrows. So Yahweh told his disciples that when it comes to each human being, and specifically Israelites, the followers that the Lord cares for, our hairs on our head are numbered. What is a head? What is the hairs on your head? That's a part of your biometrics, if you didn't understand that. That's a part of your biology. So this devil, he wants to be able to calculate all these things about you. Certain, your facial space and, the distance from your nose to your ear and all that shit. He wants that in a database to be able to manipulate it. Because that's the Most High. That's what he does. He's the ultimate manipulator, the ultimate controller, forming the trees and earth and clouds and air and the thoughts of men. Esau wants that capability. You see what I'm saying? And the reason I got this scripture is to explain that point. How this devil, he wants to be like the Most High. That's the whole point of everything that he's doing. He wants that ultimate God control type of scenario in his rulership, because he knows that the Most High controls eternity. The Most High has promised everlasting kingdom to the Israelites, right? So if he could be like God, then he can have his own everlasting kingdom. You see what I'm saying? He can rule and be wicked and go planet to planet, galaxy to galaxy, raping, and molesting and sacrificing and all this shit for eternity. That's what he wants. That's his desire. All right. So this is Ezekiel 28. Ezekiel 28:1. And the word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, Thus saith the Lord, power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God, and I sit in the seat of the Most High, in the midst of the seas. Yet thou art a man, and not the Most High, though thou set thine heart as the heart of the Most High. You see? And how is it even possible for Esau to do this? Because he reads the scriptures. He reads the scriptures to give him an idea of the capability of the Most High. You know, like the scriptures say, the Most High have his way in the storm. This devil got fucking, what is it called, man? Fuck, what is this shit called, man? Weather manipulation, man. You see what I'm saying? It says, Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret they can hide from thee. So this devil, he's able to tap into the left-hand mysteries, the left-hand spirit of wisdom through his demon worship and sacrificing children, committing abomination. He gets that wisdom through that to be able to do what he's doing. So this devil is on a very high level in left-hand wickedness. So you got to understand, though, that the right hand is more powerful than the left. Us brothers, with as much knowledge as the devil have on the left hand, the amount we got, we only scratched the surface on the knowledge of the Most High, but yet it's still more powerful and more effectual. It says, with thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. And that's why this devil, you know, for just an example, how like Fort Knox, like the gold grab in the United States. Gold used to be legal tender. There used to be United States banks with all types of gold. That used to be the currency of America. The dollar was backed by gold. But yet, through these different laws that they issue forth, they took all the gold. The dollar's not backed by anything. It's a fiat currency. So what? That was his left-hand wisdom, his deceit, his trickery to get gold. And that's just one example. There's many more. You know, it says, by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. So that's how this devil, he's so goddamn proud. And he thinks he could be like the Most High because he basically has seen the earth in its entirety. The scriptures say the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So he looks at his own gains, and it boosts his ego, basically. It says, therefore saith the Lord Yahweh, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of God. So because of this is a great offense, because there's only one Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay. It says, behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations. They shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom. So what does this mean? It means that the prince of Tyrus, which basically represents Esau, Edom, and starting with America, that these devils, you know, they're going to be taken down by the other nations. The Most High going to put the spirit on Moab, on Ishmael, on the Hamites, on selective other Edomites to destroy the power of these elite bankers, Esau, Edom, and the power of America, because America is basically the throne, if you will. Even though they don't fully operate out of America, they don't necessarily live here, but this is the throne of the beast of these damn Edomites, the elite bankers, the Rothschilds, the Gettys, the DuPonts, you know, the Rockefellers. This is where they operate out of. This is the standard for their whole entire kingdom, for their whole entire earthly dominion, if you will. So the Lord is going to rise up the other nations to destroy this fucking place. All right. It says, they shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the sea. So what happened in the sea? You drown. So Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai going to drown this place with fire. Okay, because those thermonuclear missiles are going to heat up America. Shalom, all praise goes to Yahweh Bashim Shai.